Hello, good morning, Friday. The weekend is here. Welcome to the Friday and welcome to DBS This Morning. Awesome features for you today. Wow, we tapped into some real energy and we wanted to share with you. But first, let's tap into the news desk. Let's find out what's happening. Headlines?
Good morning. The Deputy Secretary General of CARICOM has welcomed the European Union's €35 million climate action program, Euroclima, to the region after over a decade in Latin America. The program aims to reduce the impact of climate change and its effects by building climate mitigation, adaptation, resilience, and investment.
The Caribbean is one of the most vulnerable regions in the world to the effects of climate change. Rising sea levels, more frequent and intense storms, droughts, floods, coral bleaching, and a number of other threats posed to the serious dilapidating circumstances and affecting the livelihoods, health and security of millions of people in our region.
Dr. Alexis underscored the importance of the envisaged country dialogues and regional dialogues in shaping the intervention for the region as a critical step. The Carnival Planning and Management Committee, CPMC, has announced the opening of the submission of applications for the 2023 National Groovy and Power Soca competition. This year, the submission of applications will be done digitally by completing the electronic form on carnivalstlucia.com. This move to digital form submissions is one of many steps that the CPMC will take and are aimed at the overall improvement of St. Lucia Carnival for participating contestants and all stakeholders.
Basically, there are 4 stages of judging. The first one would be the examination of the electronic or digital copies of the song by a select panel, followed by the live auditions. So the first one would take place around the 11th of June, the live auditions on the 18th of June, where the artists will present themselves at the National Cultural Complex to present the songs with a backing track, again in front of 2 separate panels, one for Groovy and one for the Power Soca.
The deadline for submission of applications for the Groovy and Power Soca Monarch is at midnight, Monday, June 5th, 2023. A prize-giving ceremony for the winners of the Take Your Best Shot Schools Trivia Game Show was held on Wednesday, May 31st. The activity was held at St. Mary's College, who emerged as winners of the competition.
We have seen how disruptive misinformation can be to a public health event, including that of the immunization program. Misinformation contributed to vaccination hesitancy, refusal during the COVID-19 pandemic. We were striving to have at least 70% of our population vaccinated. And like many other territories, we're still working to make that a reality.
Spearheaded by the Caribbean Public Health Agency, or CARPHA, the initiative was aimed at sharing accurate, evidence-based information that would combat misinformation, address concerns, and improve understanding about vaccines. Caritas Antilles has donated 45 wheelchairs to the Owen King EU Hospital. The wheelchairs were presented at a ceremony at the public hospital on Thursday, June 1st.
It is really part of our social action work in the Archdiocese. We certainly try to address needs right across the board. It doesn't have to be any particular group of people, but we are very pleased that we are able to help the hospital because I'm sure it is an area of tremendous need for the institution.
25 of the chairs will be used by adults and 24 by children. Those are your top stories. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
And thank you, News Desk. We now take a break and we come right back shortly. caught up, well, actually, we were invited to the Skye Awards ceremony, which took place at the City Hall. We caught up with Miss Hyacinth Dolia, who is the country coordinator for St. Lucia. We're here at the City Hall this morning, and we're here for a very significant occasion. It is the Skye Awards. It's the Skills for Youth Employment Awards, a program that is run in at least 4 Caribbean islands, I believe, Grenada being one of them, St. Lucia is one. Ms. Hyacinth here is going to flourish us with the information that we need. She is the present country coordinator for the program, and the awards is taking place here today. Ms. Hyacinth, how are you?
I am doing very well. It is really an honor to celebrate the success of the program after 4 years of implementation, particularly during an unprecedented era with COVID-19 impacting us so severely.
Absolutely.
We were able to achieve great feat during the implementation of the program. We were able to maintain a high quality throughout, and our annual reviews, we always got A's or A pluses, which we have to thank our partners and collaborators for, because without their tenacity, without their commitment to the program, we would not be able to achieve such achievements that we're touting today.
Tell me elaborate a little bit about the program and the reason for initiating.
Okay, so the Skills for Youth Employment program was specifically designed to alleviate youth unemployment, particularly within the disadvantaged community. And there was a special focus on training persons with disabilities. And it was designed for young people from the ages of 15 to 30 years. Wow. In St. Lucia, Dominica, Grenada, and St. Vincent, but also apart from the training for those young people so that they could have the employability skills to make the workforce more productive and to have the skill sets and the competence that employers are looking for, we also provided capacity building support for the national training authorities in the 4 islands, and in St. Lucia it would be the St. Lucia Council for Technical Vocation, Education and Training.
Wow. Who are the partners and who's funding this? Because a program like that, you would have to get some sort of backing financially and otherwise. Yes. So who are the partners and who is the funding partner?
Okay, so the funder is the British government through UK Aid. £9.7 million was put into this initiative. And in St. Lucia, there were 7 training providers, CARE, Monroe, NELU, NSDC, Oak Trees, School of Arts and Design St. Lucia, and Springboard. And of course, we partnered with the St. Lucia Council for Technical Vocational Education and Training and the Employers Federation. Also, a big part of our success are the employers that employed our graduate trainees and even had some of them on during internship.
Wow. Okay, so let's go into the program a little bit now. We are graduation stage now. We are ceremony. We are awarding ceremonies now. Yes. What happened? Is it a yearly offering every year or?
Okay, so this was the first one, and it's coming to an end. It was for 5 years. Well, with the uncertainty of what's happening in the UK right now, right, we're not sure if there will be a Skye 2, but a lot of our training providers asked for one.
Oh, I don't see why not. There should be. You're beginning to make me a little sad now, thinking that there might not be another one, because this is huge. This is good stuff. And we are now in the era, you're right, you rightfully said it. Persons, employers are now asking for training. You know, they want experience. When persons go to them, it can be so frustrating. So arming our underprivileged youths with that skill set, it could only augur well. What are their have you met some of the trainees? What are their approach like? How are they receiving it?
Certainly. I attended Monroe's graduation last Friday, and it was so heartening to see that a group of people who are normally forgotten because of their vulnerable status, actually receiving certification that they can use now to create employment for themselves, but also to gain employment from an employer. And one of the things I think that speaks highly of the program is the fact that employers keep on saying that the young people were trained adequately for the workplace. A lot of our young people have spoken about how the training has improved their life. Not only were they able to get employment, but long-term employment, but some of them were able to create their own business. And others now, because of the training that they wanted to further their training in that particular field. So a significant number of them are or have signed up for further education.
As coordinator, as country coordinator, what did it entail for you? What was your role in all of this?
Okay, so as the country coordinator, my role was to monitor and evaluate the progress of the training at the different training providers to ensure that they were on track according to their work plan, to provide evidence-based guidance, advice as to how to improve their operations that would then translate into improved instructional programs for their trainees so that they could maintain the quality.
Right. I ask this because we're looking at continuity now. Maybe the UK might not fund, but does that leave us now with a proper blueprint that we could just try to get funding elsewhere to do the same?
Certainly. The design of the program is one that our government should really adopt. And of course, as I said in my remarks, that there are certain learning that we need to take forward, because there are certain aspects that were done very well in the program, but there were also certain things that we learned that we should have in such programs in order for us to maximize the impact a program like that can have on the lives of.
Wonderful. And I guess it goes without saying that your hopes and plans is to see that there's a Skye 2 as well.
I would hope so, if not from the UK government, but from some other donor agency.
What can we do? What can be said to make this a success again? The government will have to get involved a little more, maybe?
I think because TVET is an initiative an imperative for the government, the present government, maybe more collaboration as to the strategic plan as it relates to using TVET as a graduation strategy for young persons from poverty to self-reliance.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you so much, and congratulations to you and your entire team and all the partners. And I could only imagine how the graduates are feeling at this point, or the awardees are feeling at this time. So, great initiative.
Thank you.
Now for our second feature. Believe it or not, Special Olympics is what's in the air. And St. Lucia has got a team of footballers who's going to be going out to represent us. And I bet you didn't know, they've been bringing back gold since 2015. And it's our hope they're going to be bringing back gold again. We caught up with them at Digicel's main office. Digicel is a contributor to the mission. Wonderful. We're here at Digicel's main office, and there's a reason for that. Digicel have just donated quite a handsome amount to the Special Olympics team. They are going off to Berlin.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. I had no idea that this team was bringing back gold. We have Junior here, who is the director of the St. Lucia Special Olympics, and she's also the head of the delegation going off to Berlin. Junior, how are you?
I'm great.
Wonderful.
I'm great, yeah.
All right. Mm-hmm. Listen, I had no idea. So we've been doing something wrong. We have to fix that, because I had no idea we could be bringing back gold from our Special Olympic team from all these years. I didn't know that. Okay. And I'm not alone. I can guarantee you that. So we got to fix that in terms of getting that information out. You're headed off again. You're here at the Digicel office just collecting some support to go on off. Tell us about your journey, your upcoming journey. When is it going to be? What do you hope will goal again? I'm assuming?
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, so our team, our delegation will leave St. Lucia on the 11th of June. We will be in Berlin, Germany. But before we go into games, we will be doing a host stand for 3 days where the athletes get an opportunity to acclimatize, to meet, to learn the culture, meet some of the other athletes like themselves, and have a good time. And then the games start where they go into competition. And again, with competition, competition time is always a hard time because they just keep going, and you know how competition is. Yeah. Sometimes 2 games a day, and then to the final game. But in the past, we have received quite a few kudos in terms of our achievements. And every time we go back, we come back with gold. This year, we're going for a smaller delegation, and it's only football, which is unfortunate because normally we have bocce, athletics, and football. But given COVID and the restrictions, it was reduced. So hopefully, in the next games, we will be participating in the full contingent again. Okay, so our boys have won gold in 2015 in LA, our very first gold. Actually, I should not say our very first gold, our first world gold, because our first gold was in Puerto Rico at the Latin American and Caribbean Games. That's in 2010. So we started a good stint from 2010 until now, and we're hoping that our young men, I call them young men because they are very young men, that they will represent and do as well. Bring us proud, get us a gold again. And we have a few newcomers, and we have a few repeat athletes. We have Ethan, who is the youngest on the team. Winston has done 2 tours. Chaddy has done 3 tours. So wow. we have maturity and youth meshing, and we'll represent well as usual.
Wonderful. We just want to keep it simple now, but we definitely need to rope you back in sometime in the future to get more in depth on this, because this is huge. We need to delve into that a little bit more. Come true, Winston. You've been there twice now. You guys been coming back with you on the football team. Yep. Tell me what we're coming back with,
Well, we'll come back with goal, definitely.
What by law? How does it feel? How does it feel to be representing St. Lucia on such a big world stage?
Well, it's like an amazing feeling to represent this team, and from age of 8 years, I've been training with this team. Wow. But my first games was in 2019, and it's like a special experience for me. Right. Yeah.
How does it make? I want to know, how does it make you all feel? I mean, come, you've been there 3 times. Come, I'm talking to all you. You've been 3 times now. You've been on the team. What does it feel like for you?
I don't know.
Excited, maybe?
Yeah.
Yes, because there you are now going on out and representing at such high level, and not just that, bringing back gold. You see, man?
Yeah, you will come back with gold, but
absolute.
Try go from good and show your country how to play.
Absolutely. Give it to me, man. Bring it in. Absolutely. And it's your first time. You're the youngest on the team. You excited?
Yes.
All right. You feel coming back with the gold, right?
Yes.
You have a nice team there. You're coming back with that, right?
Yes.
Big up yourself. All the best, yeah? And the rest of the team, give us our regards. Now, back to Raquel. Raquel Prevel is here, the Digicel rep. You just spoke briefly, and boy, yes, I could feel the passion. Yes, what does it mean for Digicel to continue? Because this is a continuation.
It is
not a first-time thing. Talk to us about that.
Well, like I said earlier, it is an initiative. Well, I won't say an initiative. It is something that's very near and dear to our chairman's heart. And I mean, everyone here at Digicel is personally rooting for you guys to continue to excel and succeed. And I mean, it's really wonderful to see our youth not just achieving, but persons who are special needs or who have those disabilities. The door is not just closed for you. You can do it.
Well, I'm as we can tell, it's definitely greatly appreciated. And kudos to Digicel, because this is huge. From our standpoint as well, this is really, really a remarkable initiative. Sure. And for to see a corporate entity being so fully supportive behind it is commendable. So big up to Digicel. Yeah. You're talking to me today. We're just here saying hi. Hi. Of course, we're all part of this. We're doing this together. What's the word again? Somebody said we had something to say a while ago. Berlin? We were saying Berlin. So they're off to Berlin. Let's wish them the very best of luck. And of course, we're coming back with a goal. So on 3, we going with Berlin?
Yes.
1, 2, 3? Berlin it is.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this morning's SocaCize session. Leading the wine, we have Suzanne from Studio Fit and Healthy 911 and myself, Shani, from SocaCize St. Lucia. Let's get ready to flaunt with SocaCize. This morning's workout is a cardio soca jam routine to Eat Man Money by Frost. Let's do this. Hey, to eat man money. Let's go. Now let's see she spend it. No lawyer. No lawyer can defend it. Next time. Can be broke if she buy seat. Hey. She go spend all your money. Take the arms up. Let's go. For my low impact. Step it out. Good. 4, 3, 2. Shake it. I working hard all my life. Cause I tell myself I want a wife. Next side. But no matter how I save, 4, feel like 3, she would put me 2, in the grave. Take it up, money always spending. If I can come to 3, 2, next side. But at the end of the day, hear what old people say. 1, 2, 3. God made man. Hey. Man made money. Hey. God made woman to eat man money. Now man see she spend it. No lawyer. No lawyer can defend it. Can be broke. Can be broke if she buy seat. She go spend all your money. Take the arms up. Let's go. Fellas playing macho, spending endless money like hope. 1. Women have a vast hoodie, going to fast cash to get money. Take it up. Like they can't see a skirt pass, dropping lines even if they brass. Next side. Forgetting what people say. Have enough man suffering today because God made man. Hey. Man made money. Hey. God made woman to eat man money. Now let's see she spend it. No lawyer can defend it. Can be broke. Can be broke if she buy seat. Woo. She go spend all your money. Now let's see she spend it. No lawyer. No lawyer can defend it. Can be broke if she buy seat. We will spend. She go spend all your money. God made? God made man. Hey. Man made money. God made woman to eat man money. God made. God made man. Man made money. God made woman to eat man money. Now let's see she spend it. No lawyer. No lawyer can defend it. Can be broke. Can be broke if she buy seat. She will spend. She go spend all your money. Check it out. Hey. To the end. 4, 3, 2, 1. Every cent. That was this morning's session. We hope you are feeling sexy, sultry, and strong. Do remember to flaunt today.
And that's our show for today. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a wonderful and safe one. We'll catch you back here again on Monday morning on DBS This Morning. My name is Maureen.